Hello, this is RV Vagabond Jerry, and I'm going to show you a place where there is free parking right on the ocean front. And it's called Fredstone Park, which is in a small town called Port Mansfield, Texas, which is a little ways north of South Padre Island. So if you don't like the busy and crowded and very commercial place of South Padre Island, then this is a place you might want to come for some peace and quiet. And there are good things and bad things about this place. I'm going to show you both. So come along with me and I'll show you around. There are 10 of these canopies that is over a concrete platform where you can park your RV right next to it and just a few feet from the water. I got the one on the far right here, and there are room for 3 more RVs here that do not have the canopy, but they do have the concrete platforms like that. And if all those spaces are taken, there's also some paved parking stalls right here where you could also park an RV, probably lengthwise if you've got a big one. I've seen them parked here before in photos. There's also a big empty lot to the right here, and across the way here there is what is supposed to be a children's playground. It just has those monkey bars, I think they are, and then a few tires sticking out of the ground. That's about it for the playground, but there is room to play ball there. If you're as old as I am, you might remember when that was good enough for a playground, and you might remember monkey bars. I had monkey bars like this at my school up to the 6th grade. This must be one of the last remaining steel monkey bars in the country. Now everything is plastic. Well, the birds like to come to the park too, on the telephone lines there. Birds sure do like to hang out here, and especially on top of these posts. Now the road coming into here from town is paved, but once you get into the park here, other than what I just showed you on those parking stalls, it gets a little muddy if it has been raining, which it has this morning. Now I did pull in this close to the water, just about 20 feet. However, one of the bad things is it's not like a beach. It's really rough with rocks here right on the coastline. You can certainly get in and go swimming. Just wear some good shoes. And it looks like it's a little messy, but it's okay. It's not a beach. And here's another one of the good things, is that they have a fishing pier right at the park here. And there is the end of it. There's also several fishing piers over here. However, these are private piers. And as you drive in, you will see just dozens of private piers going out from homes like this. This home is just really close to where I'm parked. Here's a close-up of one of the canopies. Each one does have a garbage can like that, and what can be made into a barbecue grill. You would have to bring your own little grill, but that lets you do it off of the ground. And I have the only RV here. Everyone else is in cars or pickup trucks. Probably people who live nearby here and just come here on the weekend. This is on a Sunday, by the way. The fishing pier is right in the middle of the park. And here are the signs where you go out onto the pier. And the pier is in kind of not good shape. There's a big hole right there. So it looks like here, and in fact over here, it does look like they've had some flood damage that they haven't cleaned up yet. So I suspect when they get around to cleaning this up, it's going to look a lot better. They do have this fish cleaning area with the water faucet. Hello.
How you doing, sir?
Oh, okay. Catching any fish here?
I just got here.
What kind of fish do they have out here?
Red, bass, trout.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, good. They have these little side piers here as well. This is the way they patch up the holes in the boardwalk here. So this is the inn. There's one guy down there and a few people over here. Here's a view of the private piers. As you can see, there's quite a few of them just lined up right next to each other. It's like every one of these buildings over here, homes or vacation properties, each has their own private pier. See, kids, this is how you play on a tire. By the way, this water is very calm because it's not on the open ocean. It's part of a really long bay, but the bay is so far out you cannot see it into the horizon there. It's too far out from here. Actually, over here you can see the bay, but it's so far out there you can barely see it. That's as far as I can zoom in. They sure could use some picnic tables underneath these canopies. Boy, look how that one is up above the ground level. And right over here is the restroom. This is the men's room, and there is actually no door on it, and all there is a toilet and the remains of what used to be a urinal there, and the sink. There is some reading material on the walls here. Now the women's room does have a little divider there. That's about it. But you do have a couple palm trees and a concrete building, and it looks like these used to be showers, but not anymore. So you can see the good and the bad about this place. A lot of birds around here. This guy looks pretty bored. Now there used to be a sign between these two posts that said camping limit 84 hours, which is 3.5 days. I don't know if that means they've changed their policy, taken the sign out, but I've looked this park up on a few RV camping websites, and they all say you're allowed to stay 72 hours. And by the way, there are 4 restaurants that I've been able to find in town, and they're not really within walking distance of the park here that I would consider. The furthest one of the 4 is 2 miles away, so you could walk the 2 miles if you feel like it, or you can drive whatever vehicle you have in town if you want to go out to eat. There are also various businesses in town for sport fishing and boating. So whatever you want to do out in the water here, you can find somebody who can supply you with the equipment or tour guides to take you out. Well folks, I have been here for 2 nights now and no one has bothered me. There are no RV services at all here in the park. There are a couple RV parks in town, so if you need something, they can take care of you. Also, another unique thing about this place is that there are wild deer all over the place. I haven't seen here in the park, but I've heard they do come into this park. When I was driving through town, I did see some deer just walking around the streets in town. So that is a very common thing here. And also you might like to know that there is very good Verizon internet reception here at the park. So if you've got a day or 2 or 3 to kill and you like to be by the water, I think this would be a good place. Good day, folks.